Now, it came out that Shakira Austin ended up talking about the fan base, saying that they are a tad bit wishy-washy. Caitlin Clark fans don't care if you win a WNBA champion. Okay to be a Caitlin Clark fan. It's okay to follow her if she goes to another team. Oh, I'm jealous of all of her fans. I'm jealous of all of her exposure. I'm jealous that her fans travel and watch her play. Caitlin Clark. The vast majority of fans when the game was moved to Baltimore were there to see Caitlin Clark. Got us another bonied Caitlin Clark hater. And on top of that, she seems to hate Caitlin Clark fans. 2 minutes ago, Shakira Austin just threw shade at Caitlin Clark's massive fan base, calling out the support she'll never have. Is this frustration or pure jealousy? Now, it came out that Shakira Austin ended up talking about the fan base, saying that they are a tad bit wishy-washy. I can't help but feel a little envious of all the spotlight she gets. The way her fans follow her from city to city, filling the stands with her name on their shirts, it's like she's never on the road. Even when she steps into our arena, the crowd's energy shifts so much that our home court feels like enemy territory. Oh, I'm jealous of all of her fans. I'm jealous of all of her exposure. I'm jealous that her fans travel and watch her play. I'm jealous that her fans take over our arenas and our home games feel like away games. I am jealous of all the deals. When the game shifted to Baltimore, the crowd made it clear who they came for Caitlin Clark. Even on a night when she never touched the floor, nearly 10,000 fans still packed the arena, their presence driven almost entirely by the chance to see her. Caitlin Clark. The vast majority of fans when the game was moved to Baltimore were there to see Caitlin Clark, even then when she didn't play. Even when she didn't play, there were tens of not tens of thousands. I think there was like 10,000 fans, but there were still 10,000 fans. Thousands of fans there realistically just to see Caitlin Clark. Is she going to sign the Lexi jersey? She's voicing her frustrations about the fans, specifically Caitlin Clark's fans. We already saw a similar situation recently with Ryan Howard, and now it's Shakira Austin stepping in, firing her own shots at Clark's passionate supporters. She's complaining about fans. Complaining about Caitlin Clark fans. Now, we just had this situation with one Ryan Howard. Ryan Howard of the Atlanta Dream did a whole press conference crying and complaining that her home arena and fans were cheering for A'ja Wilson. She said she wants to see real support from their own fans. Baltimore, she hopes, can be the place where that energy builds. But if the crowd won't cheer for them, she'd rather not play there at all. Quote, "I'm hoping we can get some real support from our own fans and what we have building up," Austin said, per an article from Edward Lee of the Baltimore Sun. She added, quote, "We had MVP chants for A'ja Wilson a couple of games ago, which I understand, but it's like we're in DC, so support us. So I'm hoping Baltimore can be the arena where we can consistently play in to get those fans. But if they're not going to cheer for us, then I don't want to play here." Shakira Austin didn't hold back, blasting her own fan base as wishy-washy. She was frustrated that instead of lifting up the Mystics, many in the crowd were cheering for opposing stars. That disappointment lingered with her long after the game ended. Now, it came out that Shakira Austin ended up talking about the fan base, saying that they are a tad bit wishy-washy. It seems that not everybody was happy to see so many Fever fans present at Sunday's game, which is conveyed by comments that Washington Mystics standout forward Shakira Austin shared when speaking with the media after the game. Austin pointed out how fans even chanted MVP for A'ja Wilson inside their DC arena. She said that if the home crowd won't support them, then she doesn't even want to play there. Austin said, per an article from Edward Lee, yada yada yada. She then added, "We had MVP chants for A'ja Wilson a couple games ago, which I understand, but it's like we're in DC, so support us. So I'm hoping Baltimore can be an arena where we can consistently play in to get those fans." A fan reaction made it clear. Without Caitlin Clark, nobody cares. Many admitted they came to the WNBA only for her, showing how much of the league's attention and ratings revolve around Clark alone. And what I mean by that is the Indiana Fever have clinched a playoff berth. What we all been hoping for, what we all been wanting them to achieve, but the thing about it is, Caitlin Clark number 22 CC is not going to be available. So if you really ask yourself, do you really care what the Indiana Fever do? Now I came over here to the WNBA for Caitlin and Clark. Another voice echoed that Caitlin Clark fans don't even care if a team wins the championship. Their loyalty is only to Clark, proving how her individual brand is far stronger than any single franchise. Caitlin Clark fans don't care if you win a WNBA champ. Potentiality. Indiana Fever versus Nalissa Smith. Caitlin Clark playing in the unrivaled league. We'll discuss that and more today on the Money Mike syndicated radio podcast. How we doing? How we doing, folks? Caitlin Clark fans don't care. It was explained that being a Caitlin Clark fan first and then a Fever fan is normal. People follow stars, not necessarily teams. And Clark's situation is just another example of that global sports reality. It's okay to be a Caitlin Clark fan. It's okay to follow her if she goes to another team. It's okay to be a fan of Caitlin Clark without being a fan of the team. Let me rephrase that. That's not fair because you're a fan of the current team. What I'm saying is, you're a Caitlin Clark fan first and then a Fever fan. She admitted the crowd was better this time compared to before. Last time, fans cheered far too much for Indiana, which she didn't appreciate. But in this game, at least, they showed the Mystics a little more love. I mean, it was better than last time. They were cheering a little too much for Indiana last time. So, wasn't a fan of that. But this year, this game they did a little bit better, showing us a little bit of love. So Shakira Austin made it clear she wasn't happy with the crowd. She said she wants real support from their own fans, not cheers for opposing stars. Pointing to MVP chants for A.A. Wilson, she reminded everyone, "This is DC, support us." Yeah, Shakira Austin was not happy. She's like, "I'm hoping we can get some real support from our own fans." And what we have building up, she added, "We had MVP chants for Asia a couple of games ago, which I understand, but it's like we're in DC, so support us." So I'm hoping Baltimore can be an arena where we can consistently play and get those fans, but if they're going to cheer for us, who are you to tell paying fans who they can or can't cheer for? These same arenas used to be empty, and now people are finally showing up. Yet instead of embracing that, you're upset because their cheers are for Caitlin Clark. Who are you to be able to tell people who go to work and spend their hard-earned money on a basketball game who they can and cannot cheer for? Who are you to tell these people that? Like, let's be serious here. Let's be serious here. Y'all was playing in empty gyms, empty arenas, little-ass arenas. Now people are actually showing up, and you are mad that they are fans of Caitlin Clark. She blasted her own crowd as a wishy-washy fan base for backing Caitlin Clark. The level of pettiness and jealousy on display is unreal. Honestly, have you ever seen players act this bitter before? Wishy-washy fan base? She calls him out for Caitlin Clark's support. These players are certifiably insane. Have you ever seen so much pettiness and so much jealousy? And what's crazy is so much ego. Commentators pointed out that losing streaks allowed other fan bases to take over arenas. Mystic's poor performance opened the door for Clark's fans to dominate, making Austin's complaints appear more like frustration than facts. Don't lose 10 games in a row. IF with the Mystics, but when you start losing, it allows other fans to show up. Yeah, it does. Yeah, you gotta come through and perform, man. It's as simple as that. I remember what the Mystic owner said. "Where they at for this title? I hate you, B." Oh my goodness. Folks really be acting like it's CeCe's fault that y'all don't have fans like her? She didn't ask for this. That's a fact too. That fans can cheer for Asia but not Caitlin. Pathetic. Fans argued that if Clark had been healthy, ratings and excitement for the playoffs would have been massive. Without her, the energy dropped, proving once again that her presence alone drives national. Attention unlike anyone else. Her game is hella entertaining to a lot of people, the mass public around the world. These playoffs is not going to be nothing without her. Now, a lot of people say, well, they were just going to get eliminated in the first round anyway. Okay, cool. Well, the ratings was going to be up. You know what I'm saying? And then some people was going to continue to watch even though she got eliminated or something like that. It was said that Clark and Angel Ree have completely flipped the WNBA upside down. But Clark especially brought record-breaking attendance, something that makes players like Austin feel overshadowed by her influence. Those two players, Kane Clark and Angel Reese, have turned the WNBA upside. That's why I call it the W, as the brand would recognize itself. Money Mike sees a bigger picture titan business. It's the Women's National Basketball Association. The whole goal of the WNBA was to increase attendance. Now the WNBA increased attendance with Caitlin Clark. Ain't no doubt about it. WNBA increased attendance with Angel Ree to the extent that Kathy Agelberg wanted to continue the tradition between Angel, Ree, and Caitlin Clark. The comparison was made to Lionel Messi at Inter Miami. Fans follow the star, not just the team. Caitlin Clark's fans operate the same way, which explains why her base overshadows others and sparks jealousy from rivals. You're seeing in the Miami jury that say it is because of Lionel Messi, which means it is because fans of Lionel Messi followed him to enter Miami. So, this isn't really anything that's new to Caitlin Clark. It's just that with it being Caitlin Clark and the fact that the WNBA never ever got any attention and no one knew who the players were and most people didn't, even know if they had a team in their own city. First, it's the crowd was too loud. Then it's there weren't enough fans. It's always the same cycle. Too much coverage, not enough coverage. Nothing ever seems good enough. Oh, it was too loud last time. Oh, it was too loud. Oh, boo-hoo, boo-hoo. Again, it's either too many fans or too little fans. Too much coverage, not enough coverage. Too much money, not enough money. Too much publicity, not enough publicity. It's just never enough. At the end of the day, owners only care about one thing: money. Shakira Austin is entitled to share her feelings, of course, but her opinion doesn't change the fact that business always comes first. At the end of the day, these owners care about one thing and one thing only, and it's money. So Shakira Austin, who's allowed to have whatever opinion she wants, she's allowed to have whatever opinion she wants about this. It's not changing anything. It is absolutely not changing anything in the way things go in the WNBA. It does not matter. But if you stink, they're going to show up for the other stars of the league. You can't tell these people who's spending their hard-earned money who they can and can't cheer for. But if you stink, they're going to show up for the other stars of the league. You can't tell these people who's spending their hard-earned money who they can and can't cheer for. How dare you? How dare you? Do you want the money you're going to get from the new CBA? Because guess why? You're getting it. The media rights contract. That new media rights deal. That's $2 billion. Do you want the money you're going to get from the new CBA? Because guess why you're getting it? The media rights contract. That new media rights deal. That's $2 billion. Well, you're not getting that because Asia Wilson.critics reminded Austin that the game was even moved to Baltimore. Mainly so fans could see Caitlin Clark. They argued it wasn't about Mystics at all. Clark's star power was the real reason for the packed arena. Shakira, that is not the building or city y'all play basketball games in. They moved y'all there so the people could see Caitlin Clark. That's true too. These players were not ready for the big time. They're going to be crying for 10 years. Yeah, man. So one fan stated bluntly that without Clark, the WNBA is a failure. They believe she is the face keeping the league alive and that rivals trying to push others like Aja Wilson over Clark are simply forcing it. You got the CBA going on. I do not believe that the owners is going to bend the knee and bend over backwards for these ladies because I think they got leverage right now. You guys want more money? Cool. We going to pay y'all more money, but y'all not playing an unrivaled. It was explained that Caitlin Clark's fan base isn't really Indiana Fever fans. They are Clark's fans first. They bought tickets because of her, and that financial power gives them influence over teams and the league itself. Took over to the standpoint at Windhurst Arena. They put a billboard right. Caitlin fan, the WNBA players, they were calling the fans Indiana Fever's fans, racist. They're not talking about the Indiana Fever fans because the Indiana Fever fans are not racks, but you have a radical group of Caitlin Clark fans who pay their money. And folks, let me tell you how the game works in the professional sports world. If I buy a plane ticket, if I go purchase my hotel, if I buy box seats to the game, and I'm going to go watch the Yankees and the Reds. Analysts warned that even if the Fever won a championship without Clark, many fans would not buy season tickets next year. Her absence shows just how much control her supporters have, something no other player enjoys. What important to him is KS, which makes it a very tough balance, Fever. It's going to put a lot of pressure. And I mean pressure, right? Because here's the deal. Let's say, hypothetically, Indiana Bever went out. Think about it. They win the whole WNBA champ and they're going to pre it without K. Well, you did it without Caitlin. Don't get too high on your horse. Winning the championship without Caitlin because we won't hurt you. Critics push back at claims that Clark-only fans aren't real sports fans. They argued the opposite, that true sports fans follow the player they love. This mirrors why Clark's base is so strong and why others resent it. Which is actually kind of bizarre, don't you think? Considering all those Angel Reese fans were constantly crapping on the Caitlin Clark fans for being Caitlin Clark fans and not fans of the entire WNBA, like, let's not forget it wasn't just, oh, you're not fans of the Fever, you're Caitlin Clark fans, as if that's a negative. It was you're not WNBA fans, you're Caitlin Clark fans, as if you owe it to the league. Narrator says Austin ended up upsetting both Mystics fans and Caitlin Clark fans, turning it into a double-edged sword. Commentator stresses that Caitlin Clark's fan base is bigger than almost the entire WNBA combined. A fan compares Clark to Michael Jordan for women's basketball, proving her unmatched star power. I just wanted to report that to you guys, man. Actually, some damage control done by the Mystics. And it's crazy because not only did she piss off the Washington Mystics fans, but she also pissed off Caitlin Clark fans. We know exactly what's going on. She has a fan base that's bigger than majority of organizations that's in the WNBA. Cause wait till these playoff numbers come out and then y'all come back and tell me, was I right or was I wrong? We still going to cover the Indiana Fever because I believe Caitlin Clark is going to be back here next year. Analyst warns the Fever could win a title without Clark, but her fans won't return unless she plays showing her ultimate influence. It's not important to them. What's important to him is Caitlin's success, which makes it a very tough balance for the Indiana Fever. It's going to put a lot of pressure, and I mean pressure, right? Because here's the deal. Let's say hypothetically, if the Indiana Fever went out and won a championship. Comparison made to Messi fans in Miami, saying Clark's following is no different. And people follow her wherever she goes. Shakira's jealousy is clear, but Caitlin Clark's fan base is unstoppable. For more updates, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Your support keeps us going. Subscribe. Your support keeps us going.